Hello, sweet friends. This is Tracy. I am sharing a painting project here in this video. Now, this painting project sign is a part of the wreath, one of the Valentine wreaths that I've created that I will have a second part to, just to keep my videos at an appropriate length. I didn't want to have it be so long. Okay, so the truck I'm using is from Dollar General. It's a wooden truck. The sign I'm using is from the Dollar Tree. I'm just repurposing a Christmas sign, and I just like to paint the back of them, just for, projects like this. So I just gave it 2 coats of plaster color chalk paint. Okay, so then now I'm using my flat 1/2-inch brush, and I'm just going around the edges, just giving a striped effect, and maybe every inch or 1/2 inch I just go around the sign and just give a stripe. For this next part, I'm using Drizzle Gray, which is just a light gray. And my fan brush, I am just doing a faux plaid pattern or a faux buffalo check pattern. And my fan brush kind of helps give me the look that I'm going for. I just, go down with some stripes, and then I didn't do this first only because I didn't want the gray to be in the middle where the black was. If I would just be doing this sign, without the stripe, or if it didn't bother me, I would put this plaid pattern on first before I would put my black stripe around it. But I didn't want it to be on the white of the stripe. I'm using this brown color. It's called Milk Chocolate by Americana. I'm using that same 1/2-inch flat paintbrush, and I am going to do some shading, which I like to do. I've showed many times on many painting videos. I take my 1/2-inch flat paintbrush, I dip half of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water. I blend on a paper towel. Then I go around the sign itself. I'm doing the outer part. Then I'll go inside the inner part. Later, I will share how I go on the faux plaid pattern. Next, I'm just taking a 1/4-inch flat paintbrush and some primary red, and I'm just going around that inner circle and just giving it just a wavy line, just to add some whimsiness and some doodling. It just kind of helps me kind of close up that part where, like, the plaid pattern meets the stripe around the outer edge. Now I'm just using the same technique just to give some shading on one side of the faux plaid or faux buffalo check, whatever. And so then I'll just, continue to do that and just kind of, touch up where I see it needs to be touched up. Then I'll take my black Sharpie marker and enhance everything with that, do some doodling. I'll also do some splattering on the sign, and then we're ready to paint our truck. Here I just took a thin liner brush and just added some pink lines, but it was so light that I ended up later, you can see in the finish, picture, I went and added some turquoise dots to in between those stripes. So now I'm going to paint the truck. As I said at the beginning of the video, the wooden truck is from Dollar General. And so I just start out by painting the tires black. And I'm just using all acrylic paint here on this truck. These are the colors I'm going to use for the hearts. And so I just, a lot of people ask, for me to share more painting videos. So that's what I'm trying to do. So how I learn is just by watching other people. I was determined to learn, and I just kept at it until I got the look that I wanted. At first, I painted these two smaller hearts with a buttermilk color, but then it didn't stand out as much as I wanted to. So later on in the video, I'll go back and paint it with a fuchsia pink. If I get some paint in an area that I don't want, I just use a baby wipe to help clean that up. Okay, for one of the pink hearts, I'm using this all-purpose caulk to make it look like faux frosting, like, it's a little frosted cookie. And so I just put some of that on there. I use a stick to kind of, spread it around the way that I want. And then once I get the amount, how I like it, then I'm going to sprinkle on some Martha Stewart Crystal Fine Glitter. And just kind of give it, just some sparkle to it. I know that the camera, it really doesn't pick it up, but it does look a little, look a little sparkly. And I do that while the caulking is wet so that it will, stay on there, nicely. And then I just shake any excess off. Once it's completely dry, then I'll go back and add some faux sprinkles to my frosting. Okay, then now I'm just using a liner brush and just making some lines on that one small little heart, as well as the, other little heart. And just by adding just different little stripes and just different, type of shapes and things, just really brings your project to life, or it does for me. So I'm just going inside the tires and just kind of adding like where some hubcaps would be. And this truck is so cute this year. It has a little heart cutouts for the hubcaps. As you can see, just by, using my 1/2-inch flat paintbrush and dipping half of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water, and then blending on a paper towel, this shading really just kind of brings my truck to life. And so I really like to, add the shading. It just kind of gives it different colors and just really just makes the whole truck, like I said, come to life. So for the little sugar cookie, the caulking is all dry now, so I'm just using a toothpick and I just dip it in paint, and then I just go and make some little faux sprinkles on my little, sugar cookie here. Just so cute. And then I just use a very thin liner brush. I've had this liner brush for many years. Oh, some of the bristles have come out of it. And so I will get questions about this little brush a lot. It is just a liner brush that I've had for many years. And like I said, some of the bristles have fallen out, and I just love it for just little enhancements like this. I just kind of go around the truck and just give it some white shadowing. I'm just using a glittery felt sticker. Probably got these from the Dollar Tree, and I just glue it on the larger blue heart. And then now I'm just using my Posca paint marker, and I'm attempting to write in cursive love. And so, it's so funny because I can write in cursive, but when I want to make fancy letters, I kind of struggle. And so I'm just using my larger Posca white pen and just kind of going in and filling in the little love. Anyway, after it was all said and done, after I kept playing with it a little bit, I liked the way that it came out. Okay, so then now I am doing my splattering, and I know it's old school, but I love it. It's what I do, and I love it so much. So I just take my stiff stencil brush and a wooden stick, and I just, do splatter black. I pull the paintbrush, I pull the stick toward my body so that my paint flicks onto the sign and the truck. And then for the like enhancements of the light and the bumper and the glass and the handle on the truck, I'm using this metallic silver paint. So to finish off the truck, I just added some Excelsior to, like the bed of the truck, like where underneath the hearts. And then I just, to attach it to the sign, I just used some Jenga blocks. I just glued those for dimension and added it to the wreath. Now remember, you can see how I made the wreath in the video here on my channel. I will leave a link to that as well. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. You all have a great day. God bless.